700 people. And we've obviously gone ahead to coming through and really say we never really recorded this video, and we said we have to come live and obviously tell you what our thoughts are about this beautiful game of football that's going to be played today at the Craven Cottage. It's another London derby that is really happening in here, and it's really going to be one of the most important games that Arsenal will ever really face. And these 4 games that Arsenal are going to play are really very important into their season, as Arsenal has been having hard fixtures and Liverpool has been having not as hard fixtures like Arsenal has been having. That means now Arsenal has to win these 4 fixtures in Fulham, Crystal Palace, Burnley, and Sunderland. Those are 4 fixtures that Arsenal really having, and all these fixtures are really winnable if you've been following up onto what Arsenal has been doing. It's a team that leastly concedes goals, and it's one of the high scoring teams in the league, meaning that gives Arsenal a chance to obviously get 12 points out of 12. And if Arsenal can get 12 points out of 12, I tell you, it will silence everyone who thought that they are not the favorites. And for everyone who thinks that Arsenal are not the favorites to win the league, these are the games that are obviously going to come up and show you that, yes, Arsenal are the faves to win the league. I really understand few people will obviously come out and say, no, they are not the favorites. But they're not even few. Do you know that most people gave Liverpool a chance to win the league? And I'm like, you people are joking. This is not a one-off. This is a marathon, and that's where people got it wrong. And it's now that people really are realizing, understanding that they went ahead to make a very wrong prediction, and they need to obviously get back to what Rokani told them. You understand? And each and every time I come here and really say my things, people say, some people try to take me for granted, something that I don't really blame them on, because everyone is entitled to his own opinion. But the Englishman says the end justifies the means. And how has the end gone ahead to justify the means? Obviously, I'm being exonerated. Liverpool, that went ahead to win the first 5 games of the season, has found itself in a position of really losing to Crystal Palace. They've lost to a team known as Chelsea, and Arsenal has gone ahead to win games. And as we went into the international break after game week 7, Arsenal were on top of the Premier League table with 16 points, and a club known as Liverpool was second with 15 points. And as we walk into game week 8, you understand, Arsenal still has a chance to obviously coming through and protract that lead to 4 points if they beat Fulham, as Liverpool is going to be playing Manchester United tomorrow. And as I told you, Liverpool is really having very many injuries. They're really having very many injuries as the side of Liverpool. And those people that are really injured include the following: 1, Wataru Endo. 2, there is Gravenberch, Konate, Leoani, the defender, and then Alisson Becker. You understand? So that's how things are really panning out for a side known as Liverpool. And Arsenal comes into this game of football with Noni Madueke injured, Martin Odegaard injured, Ben White injured, Gabriel Jesus injured, and Kai Havertz injured. Those are the 5 injuries that Arsenal are really having right about now. So those injuries are really coming in through the club of Arsenal, and they're not even being felt, guys. They're not being felt because of the signings that Arsenal really went ahead to make there for you. So the other injury boosts is Pierre Hincapié, as Mikel Arteta came up and confirmed to us that after the international break, Pierre Hincapié will be back and ready to go for the club of Arsenal. And the huge question is, will he convince the manager to obviously get a slot in today's encounter? That remains a very huge question for us to obviously answer. Then, the other is all about a side called Zubimendi Martin, Martin Zubimendi, on Wednesday when Arsenal was training, he was with Andre Batha, and he was sidelined, and he was just really watching. He was just watching the training, and he never really took part into the training session. You understand? But yesterday he represented in the training session, and well asked, the manager of Arsenal told us that these players really have different loads of activities during the international break, and this was a calculative move known to see him train on Wednesday, but yesterday he took part into the training session for the club of Arsenal, and he really looked good in there for you. And that he is a man known as Zubimendi. So that is Martin Zubimendi for you. As you see him there, that is Martin Zubimendi, right? That is him and Andre Batha. He never really took part into the Arsenal training session. That is on Wednesday. But yesterday, he really trained there, and he had obviously gone ahead to win the goal of the month. That goal he scored against Newcastle, when he pulled the trigger. Was it against Newcastle, right? Was it Nottingham? Was it Newcastle? I don't really remember. But he went ahead to be presented that award of the goal of the month after he really went ahead to score that stunner in there. That is a player known as Martin Zubimendi. So Zubimendi is a variable, and he's obviously going to be coming up to represent for the club of Arsenal. And the rest of the players are readily available. So we wait to see how things really pan out for the club of Arsenal in there. Now, we go to Fulham, who is injured and who is really available. They really have a huge number of injuries that might excite the club of Arsenal, because they know a trip to Fulham has not always gone ahead to be easy. We head to Fulham, they tell us that Sasa Lukic has a groin injury, and Dragan Stokovic, he's also sidelined for 4 and 6 weeks. Then Samuel Chikwueze went ahead to sustain a reported injury in Nigeria's recent 4-0 win over Benin. You understand? Then Raul Jimenez is having a hip injury. Kenny Tete is having an injury, And Anton Robinson, that lad, one of the best left backs in the league. I don't know why big clubs haven't gone ahead to come in to obviously sign him. He's been having what we call a knee injury. Rodrigo Muniz is having a thigh injury. He's really a danger man, and that means Raul Jimenez and Rodrigo Muniz, those two players that really play as center forwards for the team, are really injured, and they're guaranteed to miss out for for Fulham. Emily Smith-Rowe, Alex Iwobi, and Bernard Heno are all fit and ready to face their former club. That's why we've gone ahead, obviously mention them, because this is their former club. So in this exact fixture last season, I think Arsenal drew 1-1, and when they went to Emirates, Arsenal beat them by 2-1. So what Arsenal has gone ahead to do this season is that they've gone ahead to correct all the mistakes they did last season. That's what Arsenal really went ahead to do. You understand? Arsenal has gone ahead to correct every mistake they did last season on the pitch. Why? They drew with Manchester United 1-1, and now they've gone ahead to really beat United by 1-0. You understand? And they've gone ahead to minimize most of the draws and losses they really got last season. They've beaten Fulham 2-0, and last season Fulham came in there for the previous 2 seasons of 2023, 2024, and 2024-2025. Fulham has always gone ahead to come in there and beaten the side of Fulham has always gone ahead to come there and beaten the side of Fulham has always gone ahead to come there and beaten the club of Arsenal badly. You understand? So when I look at that, I really understand that now a side known as Arsenal is really doing what we call real business into the mix. So as it stands, we here onto what we call the Rokani Media Football. We've gone ahead to lay the foundation, and I know all of you are like, Rokani, tell us who do you think is obviously going to be starting, and most of you are eagerly waiting for my prediction. But smash the like button, comment and share. If at all you're watching us for the very first time, endeavor to subscribe to this channel so as not to miss out on stories that we do upload in here on a daily. And Rokani David is my name. And let's obviously go into the lower right bottom corner, smash the black button that has the smash the like button that really has what we call the word subscribe, and then hit the notification bell that will enable you get notified every time I upload a video onto this channel. It's a morning edition that I thought is inevitable because I had to obviously come in here and really feed your ears, as this was supposed to be a video uploaded yesterday, but it never really went there because of certain nitty-gritties that I had really accomplished. But here I come to really bring you the best of Arsenal. Now, Arsenal and Mikel Arteta are expected to line up as follows. And this is where we head into the probable starting 11 for Arsenal. The system is 4-3-3, untampered with, unchanged. You know, that's what Mikel Arteta has obviously decided to go in for. In goal, no one still doubts that David Raya is the real man in there for you. And Kepa will come in through later when they are playing into what we call the Carabao Cup. I think it's really gonna be in between these two coming weeks. That's how Kepa will obviously get some playing time. But right now, it's all about a man known as David Raya Shaw. And David Raya has gone ahead to keep 4 clean sheets. He has only conceded in the game of Liverpool 3. He has kept 4 and conceded in 3 games. He conceded in the game of Liverpool, game of Newcastle, and game of Manchester City as a player. So, no goalkeeper in the Premier League has gone ahead to keep as many clean sheets as David Raya, and he's putting in performances that are really sending a message that I'm ready to defend my what is it called? I'm ready to defend my golden glove. You understand? And he's 100% ready to come in through and obviously defend it. You understand? So we are here to wait and see how that will obviously pan out for this man, and then we'll obviously bring you the latest as things really unfold in here onto our channel. So David Raya is going to be played in between the stitches for the club of Arsenal. That is it. Raya will be played in between the stitches for the club of Arsenal. You understand? After that, let's go to the right back and see who Arsenal will obviously have to choose as the right back for the club of Arsenal. We obviously have to go with Julian Timber because he's the only available right back. Though even Mosquera can play there, but the only available right back for the club of Arsenal is Julian Timber, as Benjamin White is also injured and he won't really rush him. And for Benjamin White, injuries have started catching up on him. I cannot really give you the exact explanation as to why they're really catching up on him, but injuries have started catching up onto this player. So I don't know exactly what is really causing this, but he is known to be an injury prone player. He was one of those players that you would really hinge your season on and even put your money on to play 38 games a season in the Premier League, and others that really followed up in the queue of the club of Arsenal. But this time around, the lad is really injured, and I don't know exactly what is really going on in his life. Left back, right? For the left back position, there is Hincapi is back, Carafiori is fit, and he's one of the huge surprises that has gone ahead to keep himself fit, because in his debut in the club of Arsenal, he was really one of those players that was not available most of the times, and it gave a chance for Lewis Kelly to obviously come and really launch himself as one of the best left backs in the Arsenal squad. But Rokani David came up and told you Carafiori is a better left back than Lewis Kelly. Some agreed with me, some never agreed with me, but it's always said the end justifies the means. And now you know who the best left back is at the club of Arsenal. You understand? And out of those three, obviously the club of Arsenal will have to choose one. And we all know to it that it's going to be Riccardo Carafiori. That is it. It's going to be Riccardo Carafiori to play onto that left back side, because we all know how he has gone ahead to look into that position, and the manager trusts him hugely to feature predominantly into that big position in there. So we go to the central defenders. Left-sided centre-back, no doubt. It's obviously going to be Gabriel Magalhaes, the big Gabi in there. One of the players that everyone has gone ahead to admit that he's one of the best left-sided centre-backs, not only in the Premier League, but in the world. And that partnership has been here for seasons. Ever since the season of 2022-2023, it's really one of the best partnerships in there for you, and the chemistry is really forming up regularly, and they are now what we call a Berlin Wall if you really go ahead. They complement themselves well with William Saliba, and for the season of 2023, 2023, 2024, 2025, 2026. Those are 4 consecutive seasons of really playing some good football in there for you. And for the right-sided centre-back, it's obviously going to be either Mosquera or Saliba. But all I know, it's going to be William Saliba to come in through and represent for that right-sided centre-back for the club of Arsenal in there. So, the club of Arsenal is having that back four. And we all know what that back four has gone ahead to do. It has gone ahead to do lots of wonders, and in the due course of it doing wonders, it has gone ahead to obviously help the club of Arsenal really win games. And the most important bit of all of those is what we call the theory that was set by Sir Alex Ferguson when he came up and told us that Sir Alex Ferguson came up and told us that clean sheets, hear me out well. Ferguson told us that clean sheets win trophies and goals win matches. Now, Arsenal conceding very few goals will lead it to winning very, very many trophies, because they are scoring goals and they're keeping clean sheets, meaning that they really have a 90% chance in every game they go into, provided they score, that they will win. You understand? That is the club of Arsenal for you in there. So that is the back four for the club of Arsenal, and that's how we anticipate that Arsenal will line up into that particular fixture when they are really taking on a side called Fulham. Right? Now, let's get to the midfield. Let's get to the midfield. Zubimendi will play into the CDM area. That is it. Obviously, he has shown what he is all about, and he's still showing you what he's made about. I'm talking about Martin Zubimendi. You understand? A player that has gone ahead to obviously show the world that he's really great in there. So after Zubimendi, box-to-box midfielder, we really have a problem here. Mikel Merino was on fire, and a player called Declan Rice was also on fire with England. And I'm really skeptical about this, but my mind tells me it's either Declan Rice or Mikel Merino to start, and the manager might start Mikel Merino. That is it, because in the middle of the week, they're really having a very huge game against Atletico Madrid where he'll need Declan Rice. But I got Declan Rice. I got Declan Rice into that midfield. That is it. I got Declan Rice. Though I believe that Mikel Merino might be a man to start for this game of Fulham, as the manager might be preparing Declan Rice to play in the midweek game of the Champions League against Atletico Madrid. Then we go to the number 10 position with Martin Odegaard out and not able to obviously feature for this particular club because of some injuries. We really come in here and obviously ask what or who is obviously going to be coming up to play into that particular position. You understand? And my mind tells me it's obviously going to be a player. It's either going to be Eberechi Eze or Nwaneri or Leandro Trossard. You understand? That's what my mind really comes out here and really tells me, that it's going to be one of those two. Now, if you're asked who should start as a number 10 for the club of Arsenal in that particular fixture, obviously, I'll go Eberechi Eze, because you don't really test when you have the best. You know, if it's not Odegaard, it's Eberechi Eze. Odegaard is also nursing his knee injury, and the manager told us that in a space of like 1 or 2 weeks, he'll be back. But I want Arsenal, no need to obviously rush this player back. There is no need to obviously rush this player back. I tell you, I see no reason for really rushing this player back. I see you guys into the live chat, and I'm obviously going to be coming and attending to you. Eddie's there, Nzau, David, Magua is there, and very many others. But do the needful and obviously keep it this channel, and I'm obviously going to be coming in through to obviously respond to you and give you audience. Then right forward, no doubt, with Noni Madueke out, you have to just say it's Bukayo Saka, no debate, you know. Then left forward, Leandro Trossard and Martinelli are left to obviously come and represent for their country, for their club. But when you look at the left forward position, Martinelli scored, you know, and scored for Brazil, man on fire. And with the love that Mikel Arteta has for this lad, I tell you, Arteta will start him, and it's gonna be Martinelli starting as a left forward, according to me, right? And who will come in through to lead the line? No doubt, it's Victor Gyökeres. I've gone here to see people coming out and criticize him. He has gone here to take very many games without scoring. But do they appreciate the link-up plan holder play that he's doing in for the club of Arsenal? And the big question is, how many chances have Arsenal gone here to create for this guy, and he has gone here to miss them? There is lack of creation for Victor Gyökeres, and I cannot blame it on him. And I don't know why people really come up and we blame a player in his first season. For me, I think a player needs 2 seasons to sink into the club. So for everyone who is coming out to criticize this man, football is not meant for you, and you are just looking in for clicks and likes. Me, as a fan who has obviously gone ahead to watch football for some time, I tell you what, I've watched these players grow, you know, and good enough is that he has gone ahead to score 3 goals in the Premier League. And if in 7 games he has 3 goals, then let's wait and see how many will he be having in 10. That means in every 2 games he's averaging a goal in a new league where he has not been playing for some good time. Let's really give him his flowers, because he has gone ahead to do the beautiful job. So that is my probable starting 11. I don't know who do you take in and who do you take out. You understand? But let me go and read to you my probable starting 11 for the side of Fulham. Fulham will have Leno from Maguna, Diop, Bassi, Anderson, and Castigani. That is into the back 4. Sander Berge, Kaine, Sessegnon. That is midfield 3. Wilson, Iwobi, and King. That is the front 3 for the side of Fulham. So that's how we expect Fulham to obviously come and line up and really look in this particular fixture, where they'll be playing against a side known as Arsenal. So, you know, after this, we head into what we call the head-to-head, right? head to head, that's where we're obviously and hugely heading in there. Head to head. All right, that's where we are right now. One, Fulham have only won one of their last 14 Premier League games against Arsenal. 4 draws, 9 losses, a 2-1 victory in December 2022. Indeed, the Cottagers have conceded at least once in each of their last 20 against the Gunners in the competition, giving Arsenal a very huge edge as they head into this game. Secondly, after winning 5 consecutive league visits to Fulham from 2012 to 2013 to 2022 to 2023, Arsenal have failed to win at Craven Cottage in both of the last 2 campaigns. 1 draw and 1 loss. The Gunners last failed to win more consecutive league visits to Fulham in April in 1962. So, Arsenal had gone to win very many games at Craven Cottage. But in the season of 2023-2024, Arsenal got beaten at Craven Cottage. You understand? By 2-1 before they headed to Dubai. Then, last season, I think they really drew 1-1, meaning that in the previous 2 encounters, Arsenal has not obviously gone ahead to collect 3 points from Craven Cottage. 3, Arsenal have only lost 1 of their last 18 London derbies in the Premier League. They've won 13, they've drawn 4. And a 1-0 home defeat to West Ham in February last season. Indeed, since the start of 2022-2023, the Gunners have only lost 1 of their last 18 away league matches against fellow Londoners sides. 13 wins for draws, although that was a Fulham in December. So, Arsenal are really bossing what we call the London derbies. They're really bossing them huge, and they're like, yeah, this is the game that we do, and we understand these derbies, and they really understand the meaning of London derbies. Now, fourthly, Fulham have won both of their last 2 Premier League home games. Last winning 3 in a row at Craven Cottage in December 2023. The Cottagers are looking to avoid defeat in each of their opening 4 home matches of the league season for the first time since 2011-2012. So, Fulham has not gone ahead to lose any game at home, They've won 2 and they've drawn 1. Lastly, since facing 22 shots against Manchester United on match day 1, Arsenal have restricted their opponents to fewer than 10 shots in all 6 of their Premier League games. The last side to face fewer than 10 shots in more successful matches in the competition were Liverpool from April to August 2022, and they had 9. While the Gunners themselves have never had a longer run on Opta records in the league from 2003 to 2004. So, that is Arsenal for you, right? And they're doing everything it takes to obviously do the needful in there. So, that's all about the club of Arsenal and Fulham. Now, after that, the prediction is next, because most of you are really hugely waiting in for that. 3-0 win for the club of Arsenal. That's my prediction. I see Arsenal beating Fulham by 3-0. That is it. I see Arsenal walking away with a win. 3-0. That is it. Now I head into the comment section and really attend to you, the people that have been here. But smash the like button, smash it like no other, because we're really having 6 people watching in through, and few people have gone ahead to obviously smash the like button. So please go ahead and really smash the like button like no other. You understand? We are only having 13 likes. You understand? Yet we are having 60 people watching in through. So guys, continue to obviously do the needful by really smashing the like button. So, Ivan K, morning RD, morning Ivan. Chongonzi Mhedia, good morning bro, good morning. Moki Brenda, watching from Kenya, good morning. And my brothers in Kenya, you lost Raila Odinga. Baba, he has been the struggle for almost his entire life, and he's no more. And yesterday was public holiday in Kenya, and they are still mourning for him till now. So my Kenyan people, obviously, I really understand the pain you're going through, but may God really strengthen you in there. Siliki Brand, RD, thanks for the service. With me, I'm sure, with your words. All right. Ivan K watching from Oman. Thanks for your daily updates. Then Chongozi Media streaming you live in Chiruhura at 100.4 Chongozi FM. Sending my regards to all the listeners of Chongozi FM and all subscribers of Rokani Media. There for you. Thank you. Nathaniel says good morning, and he says Fulham 1, Arsenal 3. All right. Mubarak Nabongho, Mr. RD, big up, bro. While I hope to walk away with 3 points. All right, thank you. Ronald says good morning, my brother. Then Osman Magua, big up Rokani Media. We appreciate your job you're doing, brother, and big up Osman from Oslo, Norway. So Norway is watching Rokani Media. All over the world, we really have representatives to the fullest. Then in Zawu David, Nick Pope has 5. Newcastle is going to have to keep 5 clean sheets, right? Okay, I stand to be corrected. Nick Pope has 5, right? Let me see those 5 Premier League games of Newcastle. Let me come in here and obviously see Newcastle. Newcastle, has it kept 5 clean sheets? Newcastle, let me check. Let me check. Newcastle, 17th. They played their first Premier League game on the 16th of August, right? Draw 0-0, 1 clean sheet. Another one came in when playing against Leeds. Those are 2. Wolverhampton Wanderers, they beat Wolverhampton by 1-0. Those are 3. They drew with Bournemouth. 0-0. Nottingham. Yeah, you're right. He has 5. Nick Pope has 5 clean sheets. Thanks for the correction. And that's why I'm glad to have people like you who are really even more informed than me. Mpulumba Eddie says good morning. Then Nabo says, Rokani, fan our questions. Merino or Jokeres, who deserves to start for Arsenal today? Now, that is a childish debate. You can't put, I tell you this, you can't put Mikel Merino ahead of a certified number 9. Throw Jokeres in there for you. And I tell you today, Jokeres is going to be on the score sheet. Jokeres is scoring today. For the haters, Jokeres will put the ball at the back of the net. That is it. Nathaniel, good lineup and good subs. Trossard, Merino score both for national teams. Yeah, they really did. So, Arsenal really has a very beautiful team. And whoever really doubts it, you are just deluded. You know, a person who's deluded knows the truth and is like, however much I know the truth, I won't obviously dance to the truth or accept it. Atushabide, thanks for your update, my brother. Good morning, my brother. And Robert Ojangole says 3-1 for the club of Arsenal. All right. Thank you very much for watching through. I've gone ahead to let you know what my probable starting 11 is. You've gone ahead to obviously express your views into the comment section. And I've also gone ahead to come in through and represent mine. We wait for this big encounter later today. And we are like 11 hours away from this game, from this encounter. And we all know how big it's obviously gonna be. But before I sign out, I want to obviously let you know about other Premier League fixtures that are hugely gonna be happening today. And you need to obviously get to know that Premier League is starting this early, you know. And early Kickstarter, Nottingham is hosting Chelsea. Chelsea beat Liverpool as they headed into the international break. So we wait to see how they go ahead to do against Nottingham Forest, as the Nottingham Forest manager is really on the verge of being sacked. The other game will be Sunderland versus Wolves at 17 hours. Burnley versus Leeds, 17 hours to you. Crystal Palace versus Bournemouth, 17 hours. And Brighton versus Newcastle, 17 hours. Man City versus Newcastle, 17 hours. That is it. All those 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 games are going to be played at the same time. Then Arsenal will close up Saturday, Premier League football, with playing away at Fulham. 19-30 hours in there. Now, tomorrow, Tottenham Hotspur will host Aston Villa. Big one. Liverpool will host Man United, big one, biggest game of the weekend, and it's going to be happening tomorrow. Then West Ham will be hosting Brentford on Monday. You understand? So those are the fixtures of the Premier League. You can as well let me know what your thoughts are about those. But I know Arsenal fans are keenly looking at the Liverpool versus Man United fixture. And for all that, you know where that happens best. It happens best at the United Matters channel, where I talk strictly Manchester United. Not so? So see you there, and see you when you see me in there. So guys, thank you very much for watching through. Hope it has been a nice discussion with you. You've gone ahead to enjoy my presentation. I've enjoyed your company, and never look back or never look further than Rokani Media Football, because you know how we do it in here. And I've gone ahead to see Nathaniel from Belgium says, good weekend everyone, and he says, question is, White is back, Zubimendi is back. White, doubtful. Zubimendi is back, and he's going to be representing to the fullest for the side of Arsenal in that CDM area. So, guys, look for a channel known as Fantasy View Global. We do fantasy there. I'm going to be really doing a video and uploading the next 1 hour about my fantasy team that I've gone ahead to choose. So, let me pin the link in here, because you guys, some of you might say, Rokani, please, it's better for you guys to obviously include the link and we just follow it up. Let me obviously give you this link. You understand? It's Fantasy View Global, right? And you guys just go ahead and really follow, subscribe, because this is another side where you'll obviously find me. So that is Fantasy View Global, and I've gone ahead to pin it. So guys, for everyone who is here, go ahead and really follow and subscribe. Follow that link and subscribe. Fantasy View Global is where you're obviously going to be getting me after here. That is it. I'm going to be uploading the video of my thoughts and my team that I've gone ahead to choose, because fantasy is another side that really makes football enticing. For everyone who has been part of this live, thank you. See you when you see me, but we just can't wait to obviously unleash more and more videos later today, as you people are hugely doing the needful for us. And a lot of talk is on, a lot of talk is on, but I feel like I should record a video for that, because Arteta really went ahead to hold a press conference, and he said lots of things, and I really understand that I should come in through and really do them differently, because he discussed lots of things, I really see lots of things in here. Kai Havertz return, he talked about it. On Arsenal's defensive record, he said that's a platform to build performances and results. That's for sure. We want to consistently be able to defend at the level. In order to do that is how well we attack and how committed everybody is doing what we have to do. If we continue to do that, it's going to give us a big chance to get what we want. That's what Arteta really went ahead to say in there. On the confidence of Arsenal's defensive record, I think it tells you about the organization of the team and the consistency that we are showing in many aspects. The more we do those things in a lot of parameters throughout the season and establish ourselves in those categories at the highest level, the bigger the chance will be to achieve what we want. As I told you, clean sheets win trophies, and goals win matches. And that's exactly what the manager is talking about, that when you obviously come up and really keep clean sheets, you are having a huge chance of really clinching the trophy. You understand? On the biggest positives of the first 10 games for the club of Arsenal, talking of the first 10 games, you include the 7 of the Premier League, then there is the 2 in the Champions League and a 1 in the Carabao Cup. He said a lot of things. There have been 2 very difficult blocks in the second block because some issues that we had to increase our availability in the squad. that was one of the main things to do. The impact that anybody could have in the game, whether he was playing or finishing, or he wasn't, even in the squad. I think we did that really, really well. And then we had few things that we wanted to be more unpredictable, to threaten the opposition more, to be super consistent in all the defensive aspects of the game as well. And we've gone to different level. In the next block, we can sustain a lot of those things and increase others. That's the objective. So that's what the manager really had to say about this. And I'm going to record a video and really upload it because we really have a lot of things to discuss in here. From the side here, Rokani David in here. Oh, Hero is here. Oh, my team is here. I'm seeing Tifa in here. I'm seeing Hero. You guys, you've come in when I'm obviously coming to an end. I see No in here. And you guys, you've just gone ahead to come in through when I'm obviously coming to the end of this video. But a pre-cap of what I've gone ahead to say, that is my probable starting 11 for the club of Arsenal as they take on a team known as Fulham today. You know, I think David Raya will start in goal, right? Julian Timber will obviously come in through to represent for the club of Arsenal in there as a right back. Carafiori Ricardo, I know if I like Ricardo Carafiori a lot. He's obviously going to be coming, and he's not disappointing you, you know. He's really looking good this season. He's one of the best left backs in the league. And I assume, I'm very sure that he's obviously going to be coming in to start as the left back. Then when we go to the central defense, Gabriel Magalhaes and William Saliba will obviously come in through to start in there into that side. And then we'll be having Martin Zubimendi playing as a CDM in that particular position. Then Declan Rice will come in through as a box-to-box midfielder. With Martin Odegaard out, we anticipate that the manager won't bring in Ethan Nwaneri, but will play the best number 10 available who goes by names of Eberechi Eze. With Noni Madueke out, you can't put any debate on who starts as the right back for the club of Arsenal other than the star boy for the club of Arsenal who goes by the names of Bukayo Saka. Left forward, Gabriel Martinelli comes in through to represent with the fullest, and there he comes in with a very huge form. Scoring for Arsenal, scoring for a side known as scoring for Brazil in South Korea, and he put in a very huge shift in there for you. Then leading the line, there's a debate that I don't even buy, that why don't they start a player known as, what's his name? Mikel Merino. That's a very huge debate. But I cannot engage myself in that debate because I don't find it worth a mention. It doesn't deserve my time. I think Gyökeres is in, and he's obviously gonna be starting today. So my prediction, 3-0 for the club of Arsenal, and that's the pre-cap that I've gonna hit, obviously do the needful. We will be early tomorrow. All right, thank you. Hero Togezanova Rokani. All right, then Mumba says, Mr. Rokani, is Hincapi back? Hincapi is 100% back. He took part into the Arsenal training session as the manager promised that after the international break, he'll obviously do the needful. Now, for Hero, let me obviously do you something here, right? Let's talk Man City, right? Man City is playing Everton, right? And the Toffees are coming in through at what we call the Etihad Stadium. You understand? Man City is a very huge team. And Everton is a team that is going to put in a very threatening form to almost everyone that they've gone ahead to face. Let me read you their record so far and how they've gone ahead to perform ever since this season went ahead to start. Things never started on well, but Jack Grealish coming in on fire has given Everton a springboard to obviously come and really win very many games. Everton went ahead to open up their season with a 1-0 loss at Leeds. Everton came in through and got back to winning ways by beating Everton by 2-0, right? Everton went ahead to beat Wolverhampton Wanderers by 3-2, and that was an away win. Everton drew with Aston Villa. Everton lost to Liverpool 2-1 in a game that was really controversial, you understand, and they lost it late. Liverpool went ahead to get a late winner in there. Everton drew with Everton 1-1. Everton beat Crystal Palace 2-1, and now they're obviously going to be facing a team known as Manchester City. Everton is a side that has seen the likes of Jack Grealish get back to their levels. When you look at the Premier League table, right, Everton is representing in the 8th position. They've played 7 games. They've won 3, they've lost 2, they've drawn 2, and they've gone ahead to score 9 goals. They've gone ahead to concede 7, goal difference of 2. They're having 11 points. It's not an easy one in there. It's not an easy one for the side of Man City. But City too have gone ahead to elevate. 7 games played, 4 wins, 1 draw, 2 losses, 15 goals scored, 6 conceded, 9 goal difference and 13 points. And no side has gone ahead to score more goals in the Premier League than Man City. Now, City head into this game of football with a man who is on fire, and that is Erling Haaland. The lad is scoring every second he really looks in the net. If you've been following up on how Norway has been performing recently, the lad is really on fire. Now, when you look at City, they do have the following players out. You know, Altu Nuri is out. Omar Mamosh is out. Who else? You know, Ryan Cherki is back. You understand? And the rest of the players are readily available. You know, Phil Foden, Tien Reinders are all back, meaning that at least the manager of Man City is really having a squad that can come in through and obviously do the needful in there. And we have Everton. Jack Grealish is ineligible to play. And this is where Everton is really disadvantaged. Why are they disadvantaged? Because Everton, hear me out, Everton is a side that has been thriving onto the goodness of Jack Grealish. You understand? And when you look at Jack Grealish, 7 games played, 1 goal and 4 assists, meaning that in the 9 goals